So, money in Monster Hunter Rise can get pretty tight by mid to late game, can't it? And by end game, when you start experimenting with different armor builds and different sets and different weapons and all that kind of stuff, well, the game's currency, Zenny, can get spended pretty damn quick. The good news is we have a great system to get you swimming in a Scrooge McDuck-style money vault full of Zenny coins really quickly, really easily. In fact, there's 3 super easy ways to make fat cash, and 2 of them are basically fully passive and just happen in the background as you're doing your other stuff. Hello again, I am Blunty, a relative newbie to Monster Hunter. I made some super newbie friendly guides just before launch, linked in the down below if you managed to miss them. Might be some secret tips, hints or features you've not yet stumbled across or forgotten about or taken for granted if you're an old Monster Hunter. I've been told I did a pretty damn good job of them, so worth watching, eh? But as of right now, I think I might have to start dropping that newbie title. I am completely hooked and have somewhat horrifyingly already spent 161 hours in the game, and it's only 10 days since launch. So, thumb, bell, comment, share, etc. Please, I need all the help I can get because, well, the better my YouTube channel does because of your interactions, the more time I get to spend playing the game, I guess, maybe? Is that how it works? I want that to be how it works. But so, yes, sorry, let's not dick around here. Let's get right to it. I know you just want to know how to make the money. We'll skip across the 2 easy ones first, and then the one that's a bit more involved but brings in the fat piles of cash. So, either by going to her directly in the Buddy Plaza or seeing the housekeeper Palico cats in your own room or the upstairs prep area of the hub building, after every single hunt, and I do mean every single hunt, you'll want to make a habit out of checking in on the Argosy, the in-game shop front where you can spend your Kimura points instead of Zenny. The points you consistently earn by questing and collecting certain items while hunting. You get a lot of these points pretty passively without even thinking about it, so you can spend them pretty freely. Here, you'll want to go to Exchange for Items, skip down to Rare Finds, and if it's there, which it is not always, but at the bottom of that list you can find special ores and jewels. There's a couple of different types of each, but there's 2 main categories. The first one, like the Burner Stone here, you can buy for just 50 points, but you can then take it to the cash money merchant in the main town and sell it to him for a cool 1,000 Zenny. The other stones, well, they'll cost you 500 points, but you can sell those for 10,000 Zenny a pop. And pretty frequently, the Argosy will have 1, both, and even one time I got lucky and had 3 different stones all at once to buy and resell. The selection of items refreshes after every single hunt, which is why I'm telling you to check it after every single hunt. The stones are not always available there, but they are there very frequently, and it is basically free money, so don't sleep on it. The second way to free money is the nest. If you haven't stumbled across it yet, go to the Buddy Plaza, head for the big tree on the right as you enter. Behind it, you can scramble up the vines to find a cahoot's nest at the top. Items will stack up here one at a time after each hunt for up to 5 items. So while you don't have to check this one every single hunt, do try to remember to check it every 5. Coincidentally, 5 hunts is how long your Meowcenaries take to complete their mission. So every time you set your Meowcenaries back out, check the nest. Most of the time in the nest, you'll just get a few low-value consumables here. They're not worth much, but they are quite welcome and handy. But every now and again, you'll find steel eggs or silver eggs. And there's only one weapon craft I know about that needs these. So if you don't care about the weapon or you've already crafted it, you can basically just go sell these right to Kagero the Merchant as well. But now, the big money technique, filling your pockets with fat cash as fast as possible. To do this, first you want to put together a special gathering armor set. Don't worry, it's easy to make. And what we want from it is a very particular set of skills. Botanist isn't the main target we're after here, but it is very, very useful to have when you're gathering for other purposes. Geologist is the one we're after. That's our main aim. We want to cap that out. At level 3, you'll get another gather from every single mining node you collect from. Doesn't sound like much, 4 instead of 3 collections from every node, but it adds up fast, and with another trick, it becomes pretty huge. The rest of the skills on the set are of no particular consequence, as we won't be fighting anything. So, to get here, we'll want the Leather Headgear S for a point in Geologist, Leather Vest S for 1 in Botanist, Leather Gloves S for our second Geologist, Chainmail Belt S for Botanist again, and Leather Pants S gets us to the 3-point cap for Geologist. I've also gone ahead and plopped in a couple of botanist jewels in the helmet, which also caps that skill out at 4 points, because why not? They're not particularly expensive jewels to craft, and it's just a nice passive boost if you're out gathering nuts or fruits or insects or mushrooms and herbs and such. It is also possible to boost these skills with a talisman if you like, if you get lucky, but that is RNG, so we can't count on it. But it is mainly the geologist skill we need for making money, so if you want to swap out the other 2 armor parts that give you botanist, feel free, because we can cap out geologist at 100% on just the armor itself, no extra jewels or talismans needed, so don't sweat it. But each of these armor pieces can be crafted easily or flat out purchased if you have enough Zenny to invest in the first place and you don't have the bits. That's why you see them listed twice in the menu. The blue highlighted one is the one you can just buy for money, but it is the exact same set. It's also not a bad idea to boost your stamina or wall running skills a bit with a talisman or jewel, as we will be running around and doing a bit of wall crawling. Your weapon doesn't matter at all, as again, we won't be fighting anything. So, now to the core of it. You want to start an expedition to the lava caverns. High rank is what we want if you've unlocked it, but this can be done at low rank, albeit you won't be getting as much money as quickly, because of course in low rank you don't get as high value items. And ideally, you want the expedition details, which you can tab across to say there's an upsurge in mining. If there isn't, you can still go ahead, but you can also do a super quick low rank quest to just get this to cycle, because like the shops, this stuff regens after every single hunt you come back from. And I will be showing you a super quick, like 1 minute long quest you can do at the end of the video to help cycle this stuff quickly. Everything up until this point I figured out entirely on my own, just by trial and error and playing around and sort of just reading what the game is telling me about the skills and stuff. But this route I'm about to show you, that I got from Gaijin Hunter, one of Monster Hunter's most respected content creators. There is also a different route you can run through as well, but that one's a bit more complicated, although I do think it brings back just a bit more material, so you may want to try that one as well. I'll link to it in the down below as well. Alright, so here we go on the route. You really don't want to dick around because the timing is pretty easy to hit here, but also pretty tight. And in the mining upsurge, you only get X amount of time to actually get it done. It resets after about 10 minutes. So you should be able to run this route a few times in that 10 minutes. So the first thing you need to do is find that little plant at the bottom of this first path. Skip up here. Always a good idea to mount your palamute on the way. First mining node right there. And as you can see, we mine it 4 times for 3 items each, thanks to the mining upsurge and our geologist skill. Now, you really don't need to be bothering about doing the palamute sprinting thing to make sure you get around this route in time. In fact, it's probably best if you don't try to do that, because if you do this route really nicely and really efficiently, even if you don't sprint, by the time you get back to the first part of the loop again, the mining ores will just be respawning. They take 4 minutes to respawn, and this loop takes almost exactly 4 minutes to get around. So, and we come through here. You want to come through this little cavern back here and sort of dive off the corner of this ledge. Boing! As you come in, you want to turn left and head straight over here. And we've been a little bit unlucky in that we have a critter, Magnamalo no less, waiting for us there, but hopefully he shouldn't roar at us, so we can mine this. Turn your camera as you come back, because we're going to head in this direction towards these lava falls. Come past them down the little river is the word I'm looking for. Sorry, I'm recording this live so this the route makes sense, whereas the other part of this video was scripted, so I could be more efficient with what I'm saying. So, that one there. Then we continue on in this direction. Oh look, we've got another friendly face waiting to roar at us. Again, you can normally just run straight past these guys. Worst case scenario, they roar and you just run away from them. So then we go up this grassy ledge here. But this is where we hop off the palamute, because there's a little cave right here that's really easy to miss. And as you can see, another mining ore right there. As we mine that, we want to target our little zip line up to that magma crack in the middle of that rock. And there's a little path right here. So as you come up and around, you want to stick to the left so you don't fall off the edge. 2 mining outcrops, one there and one there, and we angle up and we want to get zerped here. There's another mining outcrop there, one more right up here, zerp, and right there. And as you mine that one, you want to hold down your miner spot to get your map up, and you want to skip straight to camp 2. If you haven't unlocked Camp 2 yet, you can sort of start the reroute there, but you're going to have to wait for those ores to respawn. So really do want this camp unlocked. So, then we skip down here, just between those two sets of rocks, and we should land, oof, just about right on spot. Mind that. Turn around backwards. Leap off this. Skip. Jump. Skip. Jump. And we want to come right up here, just to the left-hand side of this big column. Zip line straight up here. And wire dog again right there. To this little column with the flowers on it. There's another mining node right there. Then we come to the left of this column. Another hop, skip, and a jump across here. Sometimes if you time that really right, you'll land sort of halfway up that face and scramble up it, but no big deal if you don't. Finding mining outcrop right there. Right here, you hold down your map button again, go straight back to the main camp. And we do the loop all over again. Now, do this loop maybe 2 or 3 times. You might want to jump into that tent right there just to unload your inventory, because it will fill up. If you're not collecting, you're not earning. So let me show you. Hopefully I've timed this right so I can demonstrate what I was talking about with the mining nodes respawning just in time to get back to them, even without sprinting on the dog. That was a reasonably clean run, so we might be able to see it happening. There we go, there we go. There's no mining node, no mining node, no mining node. And we stand there. Actually, I've been a bit too fast this time. I was too efficient. We're wasting time. We're sitting here waiting for it to reload. There it is. Doink. So as you can see, even though I didn't even make the dog sprint, I was so efficient on that loop, we still had to wait for that auto respawn. So that's why you don't want to, you don't have to bother doing this with the red dog. You don't have to want to, you don't need to. You just don't. At least, there we go. Perfect timing for that to respawn there. I guess I was a little sloppy the first time I did that particular section of the path. But yeah, you get the idea. You just run that route as many times as you can before the, you'll get a little indication on the right side of the screen that will say quest information updated or something to those other words. But if that happens, it will probably mean the mining upsurge is going away. You can double check on that if you like. If you press your plus button, you can go over to quest info right here, and down there it will say outbreak, arachnoid, upsurge, mining outcrops. So after about 10 minutes that'll change to upsurge something else in the map. If you're on this map and you don't have the mining upsurge, there is a possibility it can happen while you're here too. So if you are mining sort of one at a time things, and you're sort of casually doing it, you're not in a rush, you're not trying to, you know, make this super duper efficient, you can just keep going this until you do get that mining upsurge, and then roll past it again and just get a little bonus while you can. But yeah, that's the path. That's how you make more money. So once you're done collecting that, you just go ahead and quest complete, head back to town. There we are back into town. We just skip across to the steelworks, turn around and speak to Kagero the merchant. We want to sell from the box. Do a quick organization just as habit, because sometimes this stuff gets all janked up. Right, so probably on your second page, depending on how much stuff you've covered, it will be kind of just after your barrel lids and just before your armor spheres. That one, that one, that one, and that one. Those are the 4 different kinds of ores we just gathered. I didn't do a full loop then, so I'm not carrying very many, but as you can see there, I've got 1,486,285 Zenny sitting in my account right now, and that's pretty low for me. I've normally been sitting around 1.7, 1.8 mil recently. But yeah, as you can see, just from that little tiny little fraction of a mission there, where we just did sort of 1.5 loops, we can get quite a significant amount of money. There we are. We're up to 1.6 mil already. Probably had some sitting there from last time, but still. Point remains, you do that loop maybe 4 or 5 times, maybe a little bit more, depending how efficient you can be before the mining outcrops reset, and you can come back and very quickly earn a bunch of money very quickly. Now, if you try to start that mission and you don't have the mining outcrops, what you can do is you come across to Hinoa here. You can quickly do a little 1-star quest. Top of the list, the roly-poly lanterns. You can use this quest as one of the super quick ways to reset whether or not there's a mining outcrop on the other quest. This is one of the fastest quests to finish, as long as you've got the second campsite done. So let me show you that real quick. This is also a tip from Gaijin Hunter. He used this particular mission to really quickly cycle through the other one. It should take about a minute if you're doing it, you know, efficiently, and you sort of nail your zip wires. So you want to come across here, and of course I've got the botanist on, so I'm gathering quite efficiently here. We gather from that one, we head to subcamp 1. Skadoosh. Come across here, and there will be another one right in our campsite right here. Thank you very much. And then, just over here, zerp, there will be another one just on the ground down here. Nope, that's a lunchberry. Where did it go? Where is it? Oh, I think it's up on this one. My bad. I don't really use this route very much, but yeah, there's a second one easy to get to right here. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, as you can see, we finished that quest in no time flat. Would have been a bit quicker if I remembered that the third Fire Lantern patch was on this piece of rock, not that piece of rock down there, but yes. And we also get some bonus rewards there and everything. And as you can see, less than a minute to get that quest done, even though I screwed up. So call it a minute, minute and a half, give or take your loading screens and stuff like that. You don't even have to eat before you go because, you know, you don't need anything. So once we do that, that will reset all the other stuff we're looking at. So yeah, that is literally the fastest way I know to reset the quest optional stuff, what's upsurging and things like that. You can also do that real quick to get the owl nest to respawn stuff as well, because in 5 minutes time you can just have the owl nest have a bunch more stuff. I don't know if that's a particularly efficient way to go about that, but yeah. Alright. You can always tell when the owl nest is full, by the way, because it'll have the 2 golden eggs there. It doesn't mean you get 2 golden eggs. They're just there for decoration. But if there's 2 gold eggs there, you know the nest is full and it's not collecting any more gear until you clear it out. So what do we get there? Nothing really useful to us. Oh well. Better luck next time. So yeah, there you go. Thanks for watching. I am Blunty. Hope you found this particularly useful and handy. Because I've been making tons of money doing this, and it doesn't take long, and I've been doing it while I'm watching TV, whether or not I've got the mining outcrop or not. You can just sort of, you know, you've got no time limit on this expedition quest, so you can just sit there for like an hour, just going round and round and round and round and round, collecting buttloads of ore, and then selling it all and making crazy money, while not even concentrating. Because once you learn that route, you can do it pretty much on automatic. I've been watching Simpsons episodes while doing it even. So, thank you as always to the patrons scrolling by up above there. I hope you do find this useful, guys. If you have, please don't forget to do the sub, the bell, the comments, the thumbs, the shares, all that kind of stuff to help me out with the algorithm. Until then, happy hunting.